Have you ever taken a fecal bath? I'm wet, yuck. Hi everybody, today we're going to talk about poop. And where does your poop go? Do you know? If you're in the city of Lodi, it comes out here to White Slough Water Pollution Control Plant. And everyone here's job is to get the poop and the rags and the fats and the oil out of the water and make it clean so we can use it again. Let's learn, come on. I'm thinking this is an aromatic plant. I smell town. Let's go find Matt. Matt! 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 Hey! Hi.
Hello.
This is Matt. He is, what are you? What's your job?
I am the Wastewater Operations Supervisor here at City of Lodi, White Slough. So right here we're looking at water that you flush down the toilet. When you go poop, it comes here.
That's the first poop of the day? Seriously?
We're actually looking at Lodi's first flushes of the day right here.
Wow.
You know, this water probably got flushed about 6 hours ago in town and has finally made its way to us.
Wow. Ninja Turtles, what are their names?
I believe, it's been a long time since I've been a little kid, but I believe there is Michelangelo, Donatello, Raphael, and Leonardo.
Impressive. All right, yeah, what's this?
So what we're looking at here, this is called a band screen. We're trying to get rid of like rags and strings and inorganic material that is really hard on the equipment throughout the wastewater plant.
What about flushable wipes?
Flushable wipes come all the way down here. Flushable wipes are a funny thing. Yeah, they're flushable. You can flush them down the toilet, but after they get into the line, they are horrible.
Take me to where do the flushable wipes go?
So after the screenings get pulled out, removed from the water, there's a spray bar here that actually washes them off, and they fall into a trough here, and they flow all the way down here. I can show you. We can take a look. So they flow all these rags and strings and bits of paper and stuff, all flow all the way down, and they go into this unit right here, which is kind of like a compactor, and it pushes it up through that chute and it goes into the dumpster. You wouldn't believe how many rags and towels people put down the toilet.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Toys.
We used to have a collection of toys.
That
got removed from the water.
Poop toys.
Yeah. We actually fill up this dumpster 3 times a week.
Wow.
That's a lot of screenings. That's a lot of rags and stuff that shouldn't be coming down the line.
Yeah.
Do not flush wipes.
You're scaring me. All right, what's next? I'm wet. Yuck. Oh.
So these are primary clarifiers. We have 5 of them. Really what happens in primary treatment is settlables settle and floatables float. And a good example of floatables is fog. That's fats, oils, and greases. And fog has a big impact on the plant. It's really not very good for the plant. You can see this is a prime example of some fats, oils, and greases right here.
So fats, oil, and grease should not go down the kitchen sink or the garbage disposal. That's what you're saying.
There's a lot of stuff that shouldn't go down the kitchen sink, such as or any drain for that matter, such as your cooking grease. You know, if you're trimming, you're trimming your meat before you cook it. I know it's a lot easier to put it down the sink, but it causes us a lot of headaches when it gets out here. Let's go all the way down and around.
Okay, I don't want to fall in.
So this is an aeration basin.
Aeration. It's not as stinky.
That's because it's healthy. So I tell people this all the time, like if I go on vacation for a week and I'm not here, when I come back to work, when I park in the parking lot in the morning and I get out of my car, I can tell if the plant is running well just by the way it smells or doesn't smell.
So how does it smell today, Matt?
Today we smell healthy. In this part of the plant is where a biological process happens. So there's microorganisms that help break down the food or organics that are coming in from, and when I say organics, I mean poop.
So most of the poop has settled? Or
some of it has settled.
Some of it
remains suspended.
There's still poop in there?
Yes, there is still poop in here.
Okay. So, but they're eating. That's what they're doing. Your microbes are having.
Right. Yeah.
This is a party.
Yeah. This is a party.
A poop party. It's a poop party.
You know what I was saying earlier about the fats, oils, and greases is the oils and greases. They kind of coat over the food.
Right.
So these bugs have to work double time to process through that fat and oil and grease and get to the food.
Which is the poop.
That's right.
And I didn't realize that fats, oil, and grease coat the poop. I didn't realize that was the problem. Like little poop truffles. Blah.
So right here at secondary treatment, you can kind of get an idea of how clean the water gets before we even get to filtration and disinfection. We don't use any chemicals. This is all natural and mechanical treatment. So when the water leaves the aeration basin and makes its way over to this center ring right here, it comes into the secondary clarifiers, and everything that's left here pretty much settles out.
This is last stop for the poop.
This is the last stop for the poop.
Goodbye, poop. Okay.
Now the waste activated sludge, we use that for fertilizer. We turn it into fertilizer, and we fertilize 1,000 acres of farmland that the city of Lodi owns surrounding the wastewater plant.
For only growing
silage crops for cows.
Animal food.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Not
so
for human consumption.
Human manure being used to grow food crops for animals.
Exactly. So we had primary treatment, we had secondary treatment, and now we can go check out tertiary treatment.
Sounds good.
All right, let's go. After our water leaves the secondary clarifiers, and we want to send some water to either our reclamation customers or discharge into the river, we have to go through tertiary treatment. This is the first step. So the poop is gone. There is no more poop.
Poopless.
We just have water, and all we're doing is trying to put just some little finishing touches on the water. So
it gets eaten up by the bacteria.
Yeah, the bacteria in the aeration basin kind of neutralize the urine.
Interesting.
So there's no more yellow water, there's no more pee smell. These are our filters that filter. It's like carpet.
Yeah, it's like
okay, so it's like shooting water through the carpet. Clean water, all the filtered water can flow through, and from here it will go to our UV disinfection system.
So what is UV light?
So UV light is a spectrum of light that is beyond the farthest color of the rainbow, beyond violet.
Beyond violet.
It is ultraviolet.
Ultraviolet, where we get our sunburns and where it's killing bacteria.
Essentially all these are underwater tanning beds. But it is the same light that comes from the sun that burns your skin when you sit on the beach. And it also kills bacteria.
It disinfects our water. Isn't that amazing? Ultraviolet, beyond the rainbow. So this is Sandy Nord, and we're in the poop lab. This is the place where, what do you do actually here?
So in the lab, we test a big variety of items for the public. We test wastewater, the flush water, shower water that you guys all handle every day. And then we also test drinking water. We also test for Lodi Lake at the beach, just so it's safe for you to swim in. We have wineries and we have canneries that we test. There's a bunch of different industries that we test for. Basically, it's to ensure that the water is clean enough to go out on our fields. Over here at this meter, every day, preferably in the morning, we grab a sample from the channel that you flush and put your shower water down. So your poop water, your pee water.
That's poop water, seriously? So that's your domestic raw grab.
We go ahead and do a pH so that we know that it's okay to be treated throughout the rest of the plant. This is where most of our drinking water gets analyzed. And then we also indicate if there's bacteria in the surface water treatment plant samples.
I've heard some of these glow in the dark. Yeah.
Yes, the ones that contain E. coli contaminant, so that's from sewage possibly getting into the sample. We find that quite a bit through like the McCollum River coming that, which it's a natural kind of thing for the river to have that contaminant.
So poop that glows in the dark. Can we see it?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll phosphoresce right here.
What's making it phosphoresce?
So there's a enzyme in the substrate that we put into the water sample itself, and it triggers it to fluoresce when there's E. coli present.
Oh, only you can make it fluoresce.
Right, right.
Yes,
Yeah.
the secret
It's
power
magical.
in the lab.
Magical poop.
Magical poop. Fecal bath, seriously? What? Tell me, a poop bath? What are you doing here?
So this is where we incubate our samples, mostly from Lodi Lake near the beach. This is an indication that there's some kind of a duck poop or goose poop contained in the sample itself. So we'll get a sample that will have some gas in it. And you'll see right there in the inversion tube inside, it's upside down, so you'll get a little bubble in there.
Yeah.
And what that indicates is that there's bacteria present, and it's fecal contaminated, and the media that we put it in is like a yummy broth for them. So it's sugary, salty, and so the poop that's in there can't resist all that yummy stuff and the incubation and being warm and toasty. So it gives itself away by its little gas bubbles or farts.
That's
basically
your
puts off.
your Thanksgiving
Right?
analogy. Yeah.
Right,
So
right.
when
So
you're
after Thanksgiving, what do? Well, these guys are having their Thanksgiving in the fecal bath.
passing gas. Well, thank you guys for giving us your time today to learn more about wastewater and
Anytime.
how you guys do it. What's the message home?
What do you think?
I mean, the main topic would be don't flush wipes. Just flush what's supposed to go down the toilet, mainly your poop and pee.
And don't put fats, oils, and greases down the sink. It causes a bunch of problems out here at the wastewater plant.
Because ultimately, we're the last to smell it.
And see it.
Thanks for joining us today.